Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Cruzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on the 2011 comedy film starring Kevin James, Zookeeper. Zookeeper is about basically, a zookeeper, and so all the animals at the Franklin Park Zoo love their kind-hearted caretaker, Griffin Case, played by Kevin James. Finding himself more comfortable with a lion than a lady, Griffin decides the only way to get the girl of his dreams is to leave the zoo and find a more glamorous job to win over her. The animals, in a panic, decide to break their time-honored code of silence and reveal their biggest secret. They can talk. To keep Griffin from leaving, they decide to teach him the rules of courtship, animal style, also featuring the voices of Cheer, Nick Nolte, Adam Sandler, and Sylvester Stallone. And yeah, we got a bunch of crazy shenanigans, like of course Griffin discovering that the animals can talk, and yeah. So I recently watched this movie. I actually rented it on Amazon recently, and I know there's like a little bit of people out there that didn't really like this movie a lot. A handful of my friends kind of liked it, and I gotta say, after watching Zookeeper, I actually thought Zookeeper. I thought wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't awful. It wasn't awful or anything for me. Because I would just say Zookeeper was just an okay guilty pleasure movie. I mean, there were some things I kind of liked about this film, and yeah, and of course I actually remember getting this DVD from like a thrift store back in 2021, and yeah, the movie itself, I thought like it wasn't that awful of a film, and. Because I remember when I saw TV commercials for this movie, and then I also remember seeing bits and pieces of this movie at my friend Tyler Hour's house like a long time ago, many years ago. And then after watching the whole movie, I kind of liked it for the most part. It was kind of funny at some parts. Like I think most parts that made me laugh was actually, like I said, when Griffin discovers that the animals can talk, and of course Griffin screams when he discovers that the animals can talk. And the voice actors who played the animals in this film, I mean, they were fine enough. And I gotta say, Adam Sandler that actually does a voice acting role for this film besides 8 Crazy Nights and the Hotel Transylvania films, not counting the last one, Transformania. And Adam Sandler, I thought he was kind of funny in this movie through voice acting. And Sylvester Stallone, I always loved Sylvester Stallone. I thought he actually plays one of the lions in this film. And Sylvester Stallone, I thought he did pretty good. And Nick Nolte, I thought did good as well. And oh yeah, and of course I think other actors are listed here at the back of the DVD here. We got Kevin James. Yeah, Kevin James I thought was pretty funny in this film. Rosie O'Dawson, Leslie Bibb, and oh yeah, and of course the frequent collaborator of Happy Madison Productions, Rupert Gregson-Williams, who did the music score. Oh yeah, and the screenplay was actually by Nick Bakey. And one of the producers besides Kevin James and Adam Sandler, Walt Becker also produced this film too. I actually noticed that in the closing credits. Like I actually noticed in the credits that Walt Becker was actually one of the producers for Zookeeper. And Walt Becker has directed some guilty pleasures that I thought weren't that bad for me. I mean, the only film that Walt Becker directed that I didn't really like that much was the Clifford the Big Red Dog movie from 2021. He also directed Old Dogs, and he also directed Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Road Chip. But yeah, another thing I also kind of liked about Zookeeper. Another thing I liked about Zookeeper is that I actually liked most of the songs that were featured in the film, like because it had me sing along when I was watching this film, like "Low" by Flo Rida, "Unbelievable." Yeah, that's what it's called, like Unbelievable. And of course, Kickstart My Heart. And of course, Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind & Fire with the Emotions. Boogie Wonderland was even featured in other films like Caddyshack, Madagascar, Happy Feet, and of course, The Nice Guys. Special features include a blooper reel, as well as, yeah, among others. Movie's rated PG, and the runtime is about like 102 minutes. Yeah. And I also think it's pretty interesting how, at the very end of the credits for Zookeeper, the Happy Madison logo actually does not appear at the beginning of the film, but it appears at the very end of the credits. And of course, not only the texture of the logo appears, but also the golf ball in the closing picture logo, because the Happy Madison Productions text is inside the golf ball at the end of the credits for Zookeeper. And of course, the MGM logo at the end was actually just a print still picture of it. It wasn't the actual Roaring Lion logo like MGM sometimes uses at the end of their films, just like they use in their trailers. But yeah, so yeah, because Zookeeper had a very good soundtrack. It had a good soundtrack of songs that were featured in the film. And the humor itself, I thought was pretty tolerable. I thought the humor itself, I thought was pretty funny. Like, it was pretty tolerable and funny. I mean, sure, because if I had to pick just one best Kevin James movie from Happy Madison, I bet it would be a tie between the first Paul Blart Mall Cop and Here Comes the Boom. Yeah, I really liked Here Comes the Boom. And yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop I thought was also very funny too. And yeah. So overall, Zookeeper was a pretty funny, decent movie. And I'm gonna give Zookeeper 3.5 out of 5 stars. And there you have it, guys. That's my movie review on Zookeeper. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.